In April 2010, the drilling rig Deepwater Horizon blew up in the Gulf of Mexico. Approximately 780 million liters of crude gushed into the Gulf, unleashing the most severe ecological disaster in U.S. history. Is our insatiable thirst for oil driving us into these catastrophes? Still, we are floating in energy, making the day out of night. Oil is the motor of modern civilization. Without fuel, neither mobility nor prosperity can continue at its current speed. Every day, we are burning 14 billion liters of this precious substance. Has our addiction forced us into a fatal trap in just a few generations? Without diesel and fertilizer, which is produced from petroleum, modern agriculture simply cannot continue to exist. From plastics to clothes to medicines, this fossil liquid comprises so many things. An increasing number of scientists now believe we've passed the peak of world oil production. Is this a race that can be won? Billions are invested in research and technology. But when asked about the remaining reserves, the oil producers remain silent. Houston, Texas. Until 2010, this is where Matt Simmons worked as one of the most successful oil technology investors.
There is zero transparency for what's really happening in the top 100 to 200 oil fields in the world, how much they're producing even.
Approximately 4,000 oil fields are currently in production. But half of the global oil production relies only on 120 giant fields. These giant fields, unfortunately, are not distributed evenly across the globe. If and how many new oil fields will be discovered will decide our world's future. All giant oil fields were tapped more than 40 years ago, and their production is waning from year to year. The question of how much of this black gold still remains inside our planet is a constant and increasing debate among scientists, politicians, and economists. The International Energy Agency in Paris, known as the IEA, has, for the first time, begun to monitor the actual production of all the major oil fields.
We made a research on 800 oil fields or oil wells over the world. The decline of the existing oil field is really enormous. 6.7% of decline rate means yearly about 4.7 million barrels per day decline. So we have to find 5 million